Hey guys, how are you doing? Jenny Stevens here. Welcome to your daily dose of awesome, your 15 minutes of inspiration, education, motivation, everything awesome to help you with your day and keep you just doing awesome stuff in your business. So, what are we talking about today? So, this question came up recently in the group, and I thought I would just address it because it's one of those kind of common questions that comes up. So I thought, let's talk about it. So what we're talking about today is what's the difference between a target market and a customer avatar? So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and also just sharing a bit about why it matters. And maybe these terms are new to you, and that's okay. You're going to be learning it as you go through, but it's really important just to understand what they are and also why they're different and how you can really use it. And when you do, it's going to make you just be able to connect so much easier with your prospects, with your audience, and make those right, have the right message to the right people. That's really what it comes down to. So before we get started, let's just see who we've got popping in live. So I can see Bart. Hi, Bart from Cleveland. Welcome. Ohio in the house. Hi, Cindy. Welcome from South Dakota. Hey, Chuck. Nice to see you. Hello, Dawn, my lovely. Hope you're all well. So, yeah, make sure you pop in. Let us know where you're from. So, yeah, my name's Jenny Stevens, and I am your community and affiliate manager. I'm sure you see me lots in the group. That's my job, is to make sure that you are supported. You've got everything you need inside of the community. So let's just kind of crack on, because I have a tendency to go on a bit too long. So I thought, right, let's kind of make this really focused and to the point. So, okay, we're talking about target market and customer avatar. So let me just kind of, before I start, let's just see from a show of hands if you know what the difference is. So just put, a Y or a yes or a, hand up, whatever you want, if you know the difference between a customer avatar and a target market. And if you don't, put whatever you want. You can put a thumbs down, just say no, whatever. And let's say there's no, doesn't matter if you don't know the difference, okay? Because a lot of you might be new, and that's totally fine. So I don't want anybody to feel like they can't say, no, I don't know the difference, because it really doesn't matter. And that's why I'm here to teach you what it is. So Bart says, I believe so. Cool. Okay, awesome. So yeah, so just pop that in below. So Cindy says no, so that's totally cool, and that's why I wanted to talk about it today, because it comes up. Obviously, I see all the questions that come up in the group. I spend a lot of my day answering them and making sure that you go away and get those questions answered. So this just comes up quite often, so I thought it'd be a good time to cover it. Okay, so we've got a target market and a customer avatar. So if you think you might know what the difference is, then feel free to, chime in the comments below. I want this to kind of be interactive and, make sure that you are joining in with me, so I'm not just talking to myself. So basically, it's pretty simple, okay? A target market is just that. It's a bunch of people. It's a market of people with where you're going to be targeting, okay? So it comes down to things like it can be demographics, okay? So it could be locations, it could be age range, it could be gender, it could be interests. So kind of all the stuff that we teach you when you join Elite Marketing Pro and you get started with going through your roadmap and start to do ads and stuff like this, and we start teaching you how you attract your perfect people to you. This is what we're going to get you to think about. So if you haven't done that yet, I'd say that's totally cool wherever you are in your journey. But something you want to think about very early on is, who is it that you want to attract? Who is it that you want? Do you prefer, dealing with men over women or women over men, or does it not matter? That's totally fine. Do you prefer people who are nearer your age range? So for me, like, I'm 35, and I tend to attract people who are sort of between 30 and sort of mid 50s, but some people who might be in their 60s might prefer someone who's a little bit older, maybe gets it a bit more. Or if you're younger, you might want someone who's younger. Like, as I say, there's no right or wrong. So it's really kind of thinking about who you want. And that's kind of why we get you to do certain things when you get started. So when you run your first, like your likes campaign, and when you're doing your first ads and stuff, the people that you target and you tell Facebook you want to show your ad to, that's essentially your target market. So you can think about that, especially if you're thinking about who you're wanting. So especially when you're building your network marketing business, you're going to be thinking about, that's going to be at the forefront of your mind in terms of, okay, well, if you're in health and wellness, you'll need to then think about some of those demographics and interests and stuff that are going to be that target market, especially interest. That's a really core one to think about. That's going to really help you when you're thinking about content ideas, when you're thinking about what to say on your Facebook Lives, when you're thinking about who to target. Okay, so the target market is who you're going to be targeting. That's kind of an easy way to think about it. So it's fairly self-explanatory, I hope. When you think about target market, it's who you want to be targeting, okay? So then we're going to come to the other side, and then you've got a customer avatar. And some people think that a customer avatar is the target market. So this is why I wanted to just kind of clarify it and help with why it's important to do both. So you want to do that work where you know who it is you're going to be targeting. You know who it is basically that you want to be, following you on your Facebook page, who you want to be signing up for your freebies, who you want to become your customers, who you want to becoming your teammates. Those are the people you want to attract to you. But then in terms of your customer avatar, so why then do you need to do that? So a customer avatar is, then think about it as like a singular person, just one person that basically kind of emulates your target market. And so when we write that, and it's definitely something that you do, in the VIP or fast track stuff a lot more, but no matter what level you are here in Elite Marketing Pro, if you're watching this and you're not a member, that's totally fine. Think about an easy way to start off. Actually, let's just kind of do that. An easy way to start off when you're thinking about how to maybe create a customer avatar is think about yourself. Because that's kind of where we tend to base a lot of our stuff on, is thinking about us. So you basically create this single person, and you're going to go into detail and basically describe this person. You kind of create like a profile or bio sort of thing about this one person that emulates exactly who it is that you're going to be talking to. So you want to be thinking about things like, what does a typical day look like for this person? What sorts of, you hear quite a lot about, we talk about understanding their pain points. What are their struggles, their frustrations? What are they looking to achieve? What keeps them up at night? What sorts of things are they hearing? What are people telling them? What are they telling themselves? What do they love to get away from and go towards more? All of these kind of things. And it's really good then to give that person like an identity and a name. So, write down this person's, I don't know, maybe you call this person, I don't know, Helen or Jade or, whatever. And just, I totally just named two of my friends. Don't know why. But give this person a name, say how old they are. Are they married? Have they got kids? Do they work? Do they not? Like, what is it that this person, just describe a person, give this person a name, just adds that other level, and it makes it more of a real person. Okay, so is this making sense in terms of how you actually create the customer avatar? So just let me know, just pop a yes or something in the comments if this is just making sense. I just want to make sure that you're understanding this okay. And then, so once you've kind of created this profile, this is what you use for then your messaging. So think about, in terms of, you use this sort of fictional character that a lot of the time tends to be just about us. That's kind of an easy way to start, is think about yourself and you just change the name. That's kind of how I started anyway, and then you can add on it, and it might change as you go through your journey, as you develop more, as you grow your skills, as you do different things. But yeah, so when basically you want to then use this customer avatar profile when you're doing your messaging. So when you're thinking about what to say on your Facebook Lives and you're thinking, okay, how can I, how can I talk to this person? And what you want to do is talk to your audience like I'm doing now, as if you're talking to one person, so rather than doing lots of hey guys, or I don't know, like just almost think like you're talking to one person. Think about how you feel when you're watching videos, Facebook Lives, you're reading an article or something. Do you feel like someone's talking directly to you? And if you do, then great, they're doing their work right. And that's what you want your audience and your prospects and your potential customers and your potential teammates and all that kind of stuff. That's what you want them to feel like you are looking down that camera lens right there, and you are speaking to them. And you do that by talking about all the things inside of that, bio that I just talked about. So talk about those pains, talk about, what it is that they're looking for. And that when you do that, it's going to make you connect with them so much more. It's going to make that person who sat on the other end of that computer, who sat anywhere in the world, who's watching your Facebook Live, or they're reading a blog post that you've written, or reading that email you've written, whatever, and thinking, wow, this person really gets me. This person understands what I'm going through. And then you're there then to offer the solution of how you can then take them, to provide that solution. And that's where, you get a sale, or you get somebody who wants to then work with you in your team and join your team, which is amazing. That's what happens. So when you can really kind of hone in all the things that you think about, say, think about yourself, think about what drives you. What brought you to maybe start your network marketing business in the first place? What then brought you to want to get help and, come inside of Elite Marketing Pro and get help? What were the stages? What was going on in your head? And that's what you want to think about. And then when you kind of create this profile, you can even print it out, stick it up on your wall, somewhere where it's going to remind you about the things. And I say it's not like necessarily a one-time thing. You might redo it. I've redone mine a couple of times as I've progressed from, 3 years ago when I was a network marketer and I first joined Elite Marketing Pro to now, what I'm doing and my goals and my kind of journey looks very different. So, it's something you can change and adapt as you go. So yeah, it's really, really, it's really powerful. So if you're ever thinking about how can you connect more with your audience? How can you think of content ideas? How can you, it really is like the pinnacle thing. It's like the foundation stuff you need to do that's going to just spark ideas. It's going to help you so much with what you're doing. So, just get started with it, just draft something up. Feel free to share it in the group, let us know, but it's something worth doing. And hopefully when you do it, and you do both sides of things, it's just going to help you see how you can actually use that in your messaging when you're talking to people, doing your videos, say emails, blog posts, everything. Just pretend like you're talking to that one person. Okay, so just to kind of recap, so you've got your target market is essentially the people you are targeting. It's who you want to put your message in front of. The customer avatar is who you're talking to. That's the individual person that you are talking to, like within your target market. And when you match up the two, you've got this amazing message with all of this stuff I just talked about in terms of knowing what kind of content, picking out their pains and their struggles and connecting it with where that message is going inside of Facebook land or wherever you choose to do, to put your message, and they come together. That's where magic happens. That's when you get results. That's when people start engaging with you. That's when people start buying from you. That's when people start joining you, because they know that you get them and you're somebody that really resonates with them and you're someone that can help them. So I hope that makes sense. Let's just keep, people are saying yes, makes sense. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But yes, if you haven't yet, use Avatar Madlib in VIP back office training. That was a big help for me. Perfect. Yes, thank you, Bart. Yes, if you're a VIP member, there is a great document in the VIP roadmap. That's really cool. So that's great. But yeah, so I'm glad that helped you. Hey, Ron. Hi, Joanne and Steve. Welcome. So how many lives should you do in a week? It's totally up to you. It's something, some people say do more, some people say less. I think initially just do what you can do consistently. That's something I wasn't great at, as being consistent, I'll be honest. But just do, even if you just start doing one a week, but make it a really good one. Put in the time, do the research, think about your customer avatar. What would they want to know? What could make them take a little step closer to making that decision, to buying from you or joining you. So just think about that. But yeah, it's really down to you. Some kind of top people in the industry only do one a week and they make it a really awesome one. Some people do them more often. It's really down to you. Cool. So everyone say thank you. Awesome. I'm glad that you found value. You found this valuable and you found it useful. Obviously, if you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. But yeah, go out and do this. And hopefully, I've just clarified for you what this means. I'll make sure that this kind of gets tagged in terms of in the frequently asked questions. When people ask this question, they can come along and watch this video. But yeah, so go out there and make a fun, make yourself a customer avatar, a little persona, give it a fun name. And hopefully that just really helps you then when you're putting your messaging out there to your audience. So awesome. Well, I hope you will have an amazing rest of the day. Make it a great week and we shall see you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.